Hi, I'm Leo,
And I'm Marie.
and we are the Traveling
Traveling
Lovebirds.
Lovebirds.
Today we are going on our horse ride that we promised. In this memory, we are going to have a good time on our horse and carriage ride.
I'm
What's our
so
horse's name?
Stardust.
Stardust, and she's got little stardust on her fingernails, on her hoof nails, they're called.
Yeah.
So come along with us as we have such a good time in this memory.
Bring it along.
So this is where we pick up the horse and carriage ride. Right in the beginning, right where we parked. If you're familiar with Cape May, it's right by the Acme, right in that big parking lot there. Really easy to find.
We were very happy we were able to get a horse
Yep.
reservation. It was a little late, 9:40, but still nonetheless we were happy.
We didn't think we were going to even get one,
Yeah.
but
So we did
this
it.
is what we promised, so we got it. Hope you enjoy it. Here we go. All right. Well, we got our horse and buggy ride. We did actually get one.
Yeah.
We got our horse and buggy ride. It's going to take us. It's a half an hour. It's $100 for a half an hour. It's a private tour. A little pricey, but
It's our Christmas splurge.
it's a Christmas thing. We used to do this with the kids all the time, every year. But now that they all have their own significant others and whatnot, so me and Marie are left. The lovebirds are left to do it by ourselves. Okay, so here's what it is. They gave us a card like this. Oh, is it upside down? So they gave us a card like this, and she said reservation is for 9:40. So she says,
"Where's our Yankee?"
yeah, she says to be there, come out like around 9:30. So this place was crowded, so I moved the car closer to the horse, where the horses come, the buggies come, and everything. And she says to bring your own blanket. They used to give those real big, thick blankets. They used to have them on top of, they used to be in the horse carriage. Says they don't do it anymore because of COVID. So we got to bring our own blanket. So good thing we have a blanket in the back here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take our horse ride. We had such a good time. It's so nice here.
Yes.
So festive. It's beautiful.
We've been here what now, like 5 hours, and
yeah,
just walking around, moseying.
You know what I didn't understand though? I thought that was pretty weird. Was that they did the like they stopped the blankets in the horse and buggy rides, but had those grab and go cookies for the festival.
Yeah.
Like there was a big tray of cookies for the hospitality, and people were putting their hands in there and getting cookies out.
Should have put them in like.
Should have been individually wrapped at least or something. But if you're gonna do it one thing, you gotta do another. You gotta do it the same for everybody. Because I thought that was a little people putting their hands inside, right in the basket of cookies.
Most of the shops had them,
Yeah, every shop that we went into had them.
Well, not the.
And they all had the same cookies too.
Yeah,
did you notice? It was the chocolate chips. It was the Oreos, and it was fun though. Hey, listen, that was different. It was nice of them. It was really nice that they did something like that. So we're almost there. Just warming up between the. Yeah, we're warming up. We're sitting in the car now. I got the heat blasting. Got
Heated seats.
our seats got our seats warming us up.
And the bathrooms here.
And
By
then
the
we're
way, they
gonna
have nice bathrooms here.
they
So,
do.
they have like a, I don't know if they're open all night, but
And we're parked right now in
in the Acme
there's an
parking lot.
Acme behind us. Acme parking lot. It's a supermarket. It's really small. So let's see what happens with the horse and buggy, right, Marie?
Yep.
This is supposed to be fun because you know what? They have all the Victorian houses, they're all lit up, and then
I
they're
hope
going
they're
to tell us
still
some
lit up.
good ghostly stories, maybe too.
Yeah.
Who knows? Let's see. So here we go. Okay. No sooner we get out of the car, wouldn't you know, our new microphones, the battery went. So, Marie and I are going to narrate this whole thing from what we could remember from this whole horse and carriage ride. I had to do it. We had to just put it up because it was such a nice time. We had such a great time, and the horses were so good. And, well, you'll see. Here we go. So, this is not the one, this is going to be our horse right now. This is the one that we're going to be riding. We're going to be in the back of that carriage as soon as they tell us to board. They're on break right now, so there's a such thing as a horse union. That's what they told us. There's a such thing as a horse union. So they have to take their breaks. They can't be. Look at these guys. She has her little nails pierced. She had them polished. So we're going to get on this horse right now. And we're going to see what's going on. Marie's going to get on first. And as she's getting on, the horse is moving backwards because the other one in front of her, oh, she started moving and she wanted to go with them. The horses, the lady said that the horses like to follow their friends. They do things together. And it was moving, so she had to tell it to stop so Marie could get in. And so I could get in too. So, well, and she was moving back pretty far, pretty fast. So now I'm gonna board. I'm getting aboard now the carriage, and we're gonna see what happens now. But it's such a beautiful thing. It really is.
Yeah, and they had it all decorated very nicely.
The lights are on and everything, and look at how nice. And she had to turn the whole carriage, horse and carriage, around so we could go down that street. That was the way they were taking us. But it's just such a nice. And there's the other horse. That's right where we picked up the horse at. So we're gonna walk. We're gonna go down.
Yeah, there was one like a carriage, like a Cinderella carriage too. Remember that one?
Yeah, we saw that one too. Um, I bet you that one they charge a little bit
Yeah.
more for.
It's bigger. It's probably more like for a family, I think. But here we're going past the mall right here. And she's kind of explaining to us at this point if we've ever been on the tour and, how much we know about it. And she just going down the street was saying that it's before the 70s, Cape May, since it was an older town, was getting pretty run down, and they were just building houses here, there, everywhere, and the charm of the Victorian homes were kind of getting lackluster.
It was
And
starting to disappear.
yeah,
They were they were knocking them down and putting up modern houses, and then
yeah.
everybody came together and stopped it,
And then
right?
they zoned the whole city a historical district. So basically, you have to keep the facade of the building and the structure of the building somewhat Victorian looking, which I think even the Wawa they have there, I don't, it's kind of have like it has a Victorian facade to it. I don't know if these stores are, but there was those senior housings on the right that they have to, it looked a little bit um Victorian. Oh, and over here she was telling us about they built the new firehouse. It's a big firehouse. Um, they doubled the size of it, and it's a 24/7 working firehouse. And this is the Firehouse Museum along the corner here. And you could go into it when it's open, and I believe she said it was free. I'm trying to remember what's over here. I mean, we just really enjoyed the lights. Oh, that's the city hall, she said, right? Right
Yeah,
there.
it was all lit up.
Yeah. I mean, the lights are really nice. It was just beautiful. It was a beautiful night, a little chilly. We had, thank God we had the blanket in the car because, oh, just that reminds you, they used to give you blankets during the ride. They don't do it anymore since COVID. So just
You have to bring your own
bring your own
blanket.
blanket. And yeah, you could see how like some of these along the sides are the historic look to it. Like that Victorian look. They want to keep it the same.
Now, some of you might ask, like, is this carriage ride comfortable? Riding, the seats are really
Yeah, they
comfortable.
are.
It's nice and cushiony. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. And it's not like it's a bumpy ride or anything.
No.
It's very it's smooth. Everything was just
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. There we are.
Holly hanging across
I
the
put my little hat
door,
on to keep my head warm.
neighbors
Because the
singing
back window was
bells in
totally
the
open.
wind.
Yeah.
So it was like
It's
that cold air was coming right through.
Right
only
through the
been a
wind whipping
day,
through.
waking
So
up
I
on
we really
Christmas,
apologize about the
children dreaming
microphones.
without
I
a
did not
care.
know. We had no way of
Oh, and
knowing.
there's a museum right there, the Firemen's Museum.
Yeah.
Everywhere. So
So we do need
come
to
home,
check that out one
no
time. She
better
said during
place,
the regular
waking
hours,
up on
it's
Christmas
free to the
Day.
public. I think she said they sell
Mistletoe
things in there,
wrapped around the tree.
but here we're still along
Snowflakes
that street. And then,
dancing in
oh, then
the
she made a
street.
right here, and we had never done
Presents
this
piled
before.
up
Well,
with a
this right we
string
had made,
for
but
you
toward,
and
oh, this is the
me.
post office. That's right.
So
So
grab your
there's a
stocking,
candlelight tour they give,
lots of
and you could go from
fun.
house to house, and each house
Bells
invites
are
you in, and they'll
rocking
tell you a little bit about the
through the
history of the house.
choir.
The owners
The
have it, and they
night
have like little
is
certain hosts
thousands of
gifts or
saints
like little
waking up on
candy or
Christmas
whatever,
Day.
cookies or whatever. We had done that one time. It's a
Yeah.
walking tour. It's fun. It goes to different places.
Oh, it was very nice. And
Yeah,
the people welcome you into their homes and they really have it out.
yeah.
It's really nice.
Actually, this one here on the right hand side, we had been in that one doing that walking tour. This one,
Snowflakes dancing
on the
in
left
the street.
here. Oh, that's the
Presents
one with the dog that was
piled up
barking. Yeah, they
with a
were outside
string
on the
for
outside
you
looking. They were nice people.
and me.
Uh,
So
I think
grab your stocking,
this house with
lots
the
of fun.
wreaths.
Bells are rocking
We were just going down
through
there.
the
She was
Yeah.
choir.
just telling us about
No,
different.
nothing.
I don't
Oh,
think
this is
so.
where we go
Just
down
the
the alley. Okay,
same.
This is the
Waking
Buttercup
up
is on the
on
right.
on the right hand side.
Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So she goes down this alley, and I never
Waking up
remember seeing
on
this alley. So right on the right hand
Christmas
side here is the Buttercup house. So she tells us,
This house has some history.
yeah, a lot of history, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So evidently there was like
A lot of ghosts too.
well, yeah, we'll get into that a little bit more. I don't think so much on this house, but actually this house has the largest lot, and I think you could see it better when we pull around the
From the
front.
back.
Yeah, this is the back side of the house. So this house was put in South Cape May. there was a storm in the 1940s, and all the houses, pretty much like Sandy, got washed away, but this one didn't. So they moved the house from that South Cape May or whatever they
Yeah.
referred that to.
There's no such thing as South Cape
No,
May anymore.
yeah, because of that storm, because most of the houses were gone and washed away, or
Got wiped away.
and obviously you couldn't build because it was just going to keep happening. So they moved that house all the way over to here, and they said the owners did a really good job, and pretty much the house was intact. We asked her, right, if it was all
Yeah.
intact.
When they moved it,
Uh-huh. And she said it was, and that the owner did a great job, for a long time.
they really keep up with the property.
Yeah. You could see how nice the houses are decorated. So, oh, right here to the left was a carriage house
Yeah,
for
that
the
used to be the
horses.
carriage house,
Yeah, for
right?
the horses to stay. No, it's on your left there that it was a carriage house, and now I think it's a gift shop. And this this is a gift shop, or that used to be a little, oh, she said that was like a little drugstore, right? Little pharmacy. Back in the day there was like those soda shops, pharmacies. Remember she was telling us
Yeah.
that, the old time with the soda parlors and the ice cream and the pharmacy, which I find odd, but how cute it was back in the day. So, we're coming along here. These are some of the houses I know we've been in. Not necessarily this one, but the one with the lights on here on the left. I think that had remember that dining room in the back? And they had all dishes from one of like the Victorian events. Remember the table had all the Victorian events and the dishes, but they were that old. I mean, they were
Had it
well
all
over
set up.
100. Yeah,
Yeah.
they had it set up. It was really beautiful. I remember that tree.
Yeah.
It was right there, right in that front window there. We kind of started the tour where we sat out in the front room with the fireplace, which they called the parlor, and the tree was just so magnificent. I remember just staring at the tree more than listening to the lecture, but yeah, I mean, and this was what, 10 o'clock at night, and the lights were still on most of the houses. Okay, so here's the Buttercup house. See? All right, so here's the front of the Buttercup house. See how big this lot extends here
Hmm.
with the grass? So, yeah, I thought that was really interesting. But this is, again, all in that historic district. Oh, and she told us that tree right here, it's a magnolia tree. And uh, she said during the summer, the tree buds, the magnolias get as big as plates.
Yeah, it
Remember?
fills the whole tree.
Yeah, and she did tell us at this point that Cape May, if we kind of went due west, be, and I said, how do magnolia trees grow there? And she said that they're kind of, it's south. It's, you know, due west is Washington, D.C., Virginia, so you are getting into the south. Um, is is this the house with the dormers that he created for his daughters? Oh, there's people walking there. Yeah, so you see people. I think the tour was just wrapping up. I think around 10. They stopped doing the house tours. But that's a nice thing. Then they have one with the trolley tours. Remember that, Leo? You
Mm.
could go and I think we were talking probably around this point too. I think when we saw those people that we took that tour, or the walking tour, but we actually drove to the Physic estate. I forget the first name. And we had said that um, we had gone there and that, it was really kind of scary. And they said about the ghosts and everything. And this is where we were starting to talk more about the ghosts. And she said the Physic Estate is probably one of the most haunted. She did also tell us that next to Gettysburg, Cape May is the second most haunted city, right, in the United States.
Yeah.
So the Physic Estate, I remember when we visited there, there was a maid upstairs that still thought she lived there, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is cute. This little house was cute with the pink. I love the. Oh, and if you look there, I think that one had the hitching posts. So some of these houses have the hitching posts in front of it, and a few of them also have this the stone where the woman would get off with their big hoop skirts, you know, which was hard to get in the carriage anyway with those big hoop skirts, but they they were able to step down onto that stone ladylike, you know, because we were in the Victorian era. And is this the porch? Oh, this porch right here was covered, right? You couldn't see through it. So basically, it was a porch instead of having what spindles you said? She said it was just fully enclosed, so woman didn't have to worry about, showing off her, because don't forget, in the Victorian era, it was pretty proper. And then it's just really, really pretty. Oh, this was the gambling parlor right here, remember?
Is this the one?
This is it.
No, this is the one with the long windows.
The long windows, and they're still
Right.
originals, but this
Yeah.
was the gambling hall.
And what was it about the long
The
windows?
gambling hall was downstairs, and upstairs was the brothel, pretty much like a brothel.
Mm-hmm.
And she went on to say that when the authorities came to raid the house, downstairs, the lady of the house would send something to upstairs, and everybody upstairs would go to one room and make like they were praying. So the authorities would throw off the authorities and says, "Well, what's the problem? All we're doing is praying. You can't come up here." So we found that pretty amusing, right, Leo?
Yeah.
So you got some houses that you could see some houses don't have that Victorian look, and that's the houses they just put up. She did tell us what
One's
was
in the 70s, probably, right?
before the 70s.
Before the 70s.
Right, so 70 they created that historical district. She was telling us, I don't know which one of these houses it is, but there was a wealthy businessman and he wanted a boy, but he wound up having what, 11 girls?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, 'cause he wanted to run the hotel.
not the hotel, the business. I forget what kind of business he had in Philadelphia, I believe. Very successful business. So it wound up that for every daughter he had, he'd treat one as princess. He's always promised to treat his girls as princesses. So there's one here, one house that has how many dormers? 11 dormers throughout the house up on top to have her little own little place, you know, a special place for her, for each daughter. And I think some of the the daughters' husbands took over some of the business, but none, because don't forget back then the women couldn't take over businesses, which how much has changed over the years, right?
Mm. Yeah.
Oh, here she's telling us about the see the lattices and the architecture. Well, that was the lady of the house designed the lace on a lace, and they would bring it. The husbands would bring it to the carvers to have it carved,
Duplicate it.
duplicated. So it wasn't anything structurally, for the house or anything. It was just something that was ornate because don't forget you're in the Victorian area and you had to
Yeah.
top you had to keep up with the Joneses or become better than the Joneses.
Right.
So the more ornate the house was, the more, basically it would show how well off you were doing. And, it's just a show offy thing. But that's that whole feel of the Victorian era, right? That's kind of Queen Victoria. And we see more lights here, just enjoying the time and reflecting on the holidays and, the year past. And, you know, we always hope for a better year coming up, but it does get you into the spirit, wouldn't you agree, Lee?
Yeah. And plus, we're going all around town here,
Yeah.
saving gas.
Yeah.
But
We were like Victorians ourselves. All I needed was a hoop skirt, right?
yeah, but I don't know. It was $100 to get the half an
Yeah.
hour tour, but you know what? It was worth it. This might have been the 11
No,
dormers,
this
isn't it?
was the
Oh
a
no, this is the
hotel.
hotel.
Okay, so she told us
This
this
was.
hotel used to never be open during the winter because they have no heat in it.
This is
Remember?
the side, right? That has the
Yes,
where all
the window
the
panes, the
workers
original window pane.
and the workers would be on this side, right?
Right, yeah. But this was a hotel restaurant, and um yeah, they said that now since she was surprised to see how many people were still there because the house itself doesn't have any heat. I don't know how she said they were utilizing, this the heat. So I don't know. So, maybe they have those split units or
And she brings us around the other side of this
yeah.
hotel
Yeah. So you see
resort.
how all the cars here, that's why she said she was surprised to see all the lights. Remember the
Hmm.
lights here and decorated? She says she never remembers seeing that decorated. And you could see the cars with the patrons of the hotel still staying there. So they either must have given them their own heating unit or, you know, I don't see any split units on the sides or anything.
I don't know. Maybe they put in heat.
But she said she didn't think so, but you never know. But it wasn't super. She said she just saw it extended through she never saw it open this late in the year, never around Christmas and fully decorated like it was. And yeah, that was a pretty house too. I'll tell you, if anybody could just give me one of these houses, I would be so happy. I would keep it up. Look at that. They have the ceiling fans on there. I didn't notice that before. All right, let me tell you a story on this house to the right. When we went on a ride with our children when they were little, my husband and not my husband, my son and myself saw a gentleman peeking out the window, and she said, I remember our driver saying, "Really, that's kind of odd because well, here's another one with the covered so you can't see too much." Um, Peeking out the window. And she said, that's kind of odd because they're making renovations to the house. Nobody's there. She went on to tell us that they're, the contractors would get yelled at every day from the people that bought the house saying, you're leaving the door open, you're leaving the door open. Well, evidently, there is a ghost that's still there that, either opens the curtains or leaves the door open, and it still happens as of today. Getting back to the gambling hall, remember she was telling us about that couple that stayed there
Hmm.
on the bottom?
Yeah. And they said that they would never stay there again.
Well, they at night they were hearing like all stomping and blah blah, you know,
Somebody was upstairs.
being and whatever. So she went down to the front desk and they said that that's weird because there's nobody upstairs. And they, with that, she said they checked out, and she said they came back during one of the horse rides, carriage rides, and she goes, yeah, well, that couple was us. So she did verify that with them. Just so lovely, just the different colors. I mean, some places just do that regular white, and some places do different colors. You know, that Victorian tends to be just the white lights, which is nice, but you know, sometimes it's nice to throw in a pop of color. Yeah, we're coming back up now.
That was a gambling hall too.
I think she
right?
said that was a gambling hall as well.
Yeah, and up above on top of that, now it's a restaurant.
Yeah, it was a brothel as well. So
Yeah, up on top. So
it's
that was
weird. Like it's such an oxymoron where you're in a town with, you know, Victorian proper, you know, and then you got a gambling hall and then a brothel above it.
yeah.
And not just one place, like this one. This was the second one she pointed out to us. It's a restaurant now, she said, right?
Yeah. I think that's what she said. It looks
Yeah.
like it anyway. It looks like there was a lot of tables and chairs.
Yeah.
It was closed at the time when we went past it. And what a beautiful house this is too.
Yeah.
How they light them all up and everything. That's
See this porch on the right? See how it curves, but it's not covered. So,
it's a double. The girls go up one side and
oh
the
yeah,
guys
that's
go
right.
up on the other.
Yes. The double staircase, as she told us that. You're right.
Yeah.
So that was way back, right?
Yeah,
Remember that in some schools, the boys would go on one side and girls would go on another side.
right?
And we're just enjoying the night, and people are still walking around, and I think we're getting closer now to the mall, from what I recall. So people were leaving the stores. When I say the mall, it's the mall walkway. Yeah, see, there's the senior center. That's a senior building, right? So that's a senior apartments right there. But see how they made them look Victorian as well?
There's
That
not much
Victorian.
Victorian there, I don't think.
Yeah, I do. Because you
Yeah,
could see the top and it's like covered. Not like a, you know, but it's not like modern, you know. You know, it's got the frames, and then here's the mall. We're starting to get to. So this is the back side of the mall. I think this along the left here is that the bakery? There's a bakery there from what I recall in the beginning. And also in that blue building here is where you could get tickets for the trolley rides and different tours, and there's some kids tours and other tours that you could get. And get a lot of, I think there's an information center there as well. So if you need some information, tickets, that's where you could go. Right here on the left here to this blue building. And then I think this car cuts in front of us from what I recall when the light turned green. Yeah, so no patience anymore. And here we're trying to just leisurely make about. And there's my favorite church on the left. I love that there, right, hun? And
yeah,
that's the mall going down. Lots of cute little shops. Such nice specialty shops. A little expensive, but not horrible, right? I wouldn't say.
yeah. Well, it wasn't that bad.
No. I mean,
And
not like
now
Walmart, but you know, it's shop small. It's
we're at
seems like,
the end.
yeah, And
And
that's
this was
it.
the end of our tour. And that was it.
Yeah, we had a good time.
So thank you so much for coming along on this memory with us,
There's our driver, Annie.
Annie. And our horse's name was
Stardust.
Stardust. And
Isn't she cute?
yeah, she is cute. And she's got that
Very
little,
well behaved, yeah.
yeah. And she's got her nails painted.
Yep. So, listen, this is a way to us get into the holiday spirit. We hope we're bringing you along into the holiday spirit. I know sometimes it's a sad time for people, but listen, just enjoy life to the fullest every day and live your life, and don't let anything negative affect this beautiful season. This is where we parked, right? Like
Yeah,
me.
but also Cape May still has actual gas lamps.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Those are they still have the original Victorian gas lamps.
And they run 24/7,
Yeah,
but they're run by natural gas, under natural gas.
yeah, natural gas. So thank you so much for coming along with us on this memory. Please don't forget to subscribe, ring that notification bell, give us a thumbs up, and leave a comment. And you can even share this video.
Merry Christmas. And we'll bring you along on the new year. And thank you for watching. Stay well and God bless.
And hello to all our new subscribers.
Yes.
Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for subscribing, and we will see you in the next memory. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Check it twice. I'll leave you a note right here underneath the Christmas light.